crystals and every. Oh, this meeting is live streamed.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay, so everything has a consciousness in this universe, and also the water. So water is made of crystals. We are made of water, but water has a how to tell ability to remember things, to remember situation, to remember energy potentials. So wherever water flows, it will collect the energy imprints, the informations. So the water we drink, we put that information in us. We can also change the information of the water by our intention, because our thoughts and our feelings have energy potential, so we can create with them, we can manifest, we can even heal ourselves, because we are 70% water, so we can really make quantum jumping, if you know what is quantum jumping. Oh, great. So this is the really high conscious audience. So in terms of that, we are living not in a linear time space reality. We are living in a parallel reality. So everything is happening now and in the same moment. So we are here and in the time of Christ and whatever. And from that perception, water is also have ability to shift and collect the information from Akasha, from past time or parallel times, and to create different space reality for us. Because it has very large consciousness, and if you see that microscopic view of the molecules of water, when we say I love you, no matter which language we use, the molecule will be beautiful. If you say you fool or I hate you, the molecule will be drowned and ugly. So it's very interesting. It's not just we are saying to ourselves, to the outward, to the universe. It's intention, it's our thought. So whatever pattern we have, it will create in the reality in front of us. So we're whom we are seeing, whatever we are having. So R.A.D.K.A was telling about, it's not the time. Yes, it is a time if you want to be, but if you don't want to be, that is not, that is okay, that you create it. So I tried that to do with water, just to find, is it possible? Is it possible to make an experiment to tell myself, okay, this is the reality I want to create. And there is several things you can use, because you're high conscious people, so I don't have to go from the beginning, what is parallel reality, what is quantum jumping, you know all that, so that is okay. Then you can use this experiment. It's a 2 glasses of water. So, and 2 papers, which I don't have now. You put, this is your current reality. This one is empty. This one with the current reality has water in it. And then you use 2 paper. It can be easier, and it can be easier to focus. You don't have paper if you don't want. And you write here, my current reality. Sometimes it's not the reality we like, so it can be hurtful. And then you just put attention on that your current reality you don't like or whatever. And just try to feel how it affects you, how it affects your body, the reality you are in now. Just stay with that and try to find the emotion states. So the emotions are much more stronger in creating reality, in manifesting, than just the thought. Thoughts are a small intention, but if we create emotion with a thought, then we have a greater potential to work on. So see how you feel at this moment, and are you happy with your current reality? Can you change it somehow? Do you feel that you have to change something? Sometimes we want to change something, but we are not ready, or we don't have enough strength in ourselves to change something. So just be with that, see how it looks, how it feels to be in that current reality right now for you. at this moment. It can be changeable from moment to moment, from day to day. So just stay with that. And then after that, use the empty one, and then try to feel the reality you want to jump in, that jump, quantum jump shift you want to make. So try to feel it. Okay, I want better job, better husband, more boyfriends, whatever, more children. I'm telling the stupid things, but whatever it is. And just feel, is it better now if you try to connect with your thoughts there? What kind of emotions then come to you? Is it better? Do you have more energy when you think about that kind of reality? The one you wish, you feel energized when you think about it. So just be with that reality, stay there, and then leave it and go to the current reality, the one you're not satisfied with. And again, connect. It is your presence for now. And then just do it like this. So mix the glasses. It's very easy. And the more easy it is, the mind cannot accept. That is the catch. Because we think it has to be very complicated to work on ourselves. It has to be, oh, I have to meditate 6 hours. I have to go there through this, and then I will be enlightened. It's not about enlightenment at all. Who knows if we ever be enlightened, or we are need 10 more lives from now. And drink it. That's it. It will be good to drink it all. So drink everything. Drink. And that's it. Observe your day, and do it frequently. So do it from 1 day to day, 7 days, and see if there is any change in things around you. Is there any change in possibilities around you? And there is another way I also use. You can use it for cleansing the energy in the house, or just again for attracting what you want to in more easier way. So I use the water somewhere in the house near my bedroom where I sleep or something like that, and then have an intention in that water. For example, I want full audience for my performance and whatever, and then leave it over the night. And in the morning, I throw away that water in the toilet and push the water down to go away. So everything goes away, which is not in the line with that quantum reality. And then put another glass of water, put intention, and leave it through the day. And you can also try it 10 days until you realize there is a change. The catch with all those experiments, like with quantum bending the spoon, which I do from time to time, the catch for the mind with all those things is the enlightenment, the jump and the quantum jumping, and all those can I say spiritual thing or something like that, are very easy. It's very easy. It's very simple. It's very natural for all of us. But our mind, our ego, want to make it more complicated. So we only think it can be so easy. It requires a lot of work. So I have to work more. This easy version is not for me. Blah 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 blah. When you come to that point, it means ego needs more knowledge, no more. But you're going in the ego circles. So more knowledge will separate you from you. So it's not bad to have knowledge, but maybe just to follow everybody wants to create their own version. Yes, good. So it doesn't mean the knowledge is bad, but if you are always in the head and always need more things to complicate your life, and if you don't accept it, life is very simple, and just follow the energy and just follow the vibes, and be connected with that vibes, go with the flow, and just be smiley. If you, because we are going to, in a way of our dharma by following our inner energies. So when we are energized, when we feel happy, it will be the way to our dharma, to our soul path. It may not be the first path we are looking at, but it will be path to a path. So just follow your little inner daily happiness and don't make it complicated. So water is, yes, it is. It's not complicated for us who are thinking of, in terms of parallel realities. For most of the people thinking about parallel realities or quantum time shifting and jumping, it's mind-blowing. So this is for sure not the conversation for most of the people, but for the people who are exploring a bit more, it doesn't mean that we are smarter or better than common people. I think an enlightened one can be the peasant in the field, and he will feel the moment, feel the presence, and be in now, and he doesn't need to read all those books. But those kind of conversation can be really frightened to a common people. So I don't know how much it is really for a Facebook or something like that, but who needs to hear that will hear. So yes, it's very simple. It's nothing spectacular that you have to hear from me. It's just working with yourself, with your inner intentions, and using the power of the water to make a shift, to help you with intention, to clear your energy with the intention, with the power of a mind, and with the power of thought, with the power of energy. Because when we have a thought, we have an energy, we have emotion, and motion will leads her to the action to the habits to the karma, to the, so you know how it goes. It all comes from one simple thought, and then it changed all our lives. And the one thing I discovered with watching myself and how I'm going through this, it's always go with the flow. And it's always like when it comes to with ease, it's for you. When it comes with so much struggling, okay, do your best and leave it. Because maybe not now, maybe it's not for you. So just leave it with no regression. Okay, it's not my, oh, R.A.D.K.A, you raise your hand. I don't think there is a need to just talk. I'm talking too much because no one is talking. Okay, say
I
it.
have a question.
No, I saw the hand.
This is how the people on Zoom communicate. They raise
Oh,
their hands
okay,
when
I'm
they
not
have a
Zoom
question.
polite.
Okay. What I was going to ask you is, you said that we can repeat that process with the glass of water a few times. When we repeat it, do we always think, or do we always make the same intention, or until we get it into the reality, or until we sense that it is starting to happen, or every day we put new intention?
It will be good to like you have a sankalpa in your nidra. So it will be really good to make the one intention or one until you get to that reality. Because yes, you can. We all have a lot of intention and wishes and desires, and we can work through all those desires. But that will it will take time, then more time, because when we put more focus, it will come. But if it's not coming, then it's good also, because if something is not coming, there is a huge reason for that. It's not coming with it, leave it, it will come for, or it will not. But when something is not coming, it's also a sign, because something else will come. So it might be one for you. It's not, it's the Akashic field, the God's will, whatever you call it.
Yeah,
It
they're
has
waiting for you.
yes,
Yeah.
he knows, it knows what is the best for you. So it will, it's like you have total faith in Ishvara Pranidhana. So leave it to the God, do your best and leave it to the God knows the best. But it will go faster, try it, if you have one intention and one desire to work on, to put, because it's the focus putting in something. So the more focus we give, it will go faster. Or if we, and now there is another catch. There is something called polarity. And if you can read it in Vadim Zeeland books.
This is called the law of polarity.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you put too much attention, it's I mean, like, if I don't have that, I will die, and I want that. Then you don't have it. The Ishvara will put your all the best, because if you attach too much to something, like kids. Yes, sure.
You can attach then to the pendulum. So you let go of the pendulums.
Yes, but the life will take you. If you're attached to the job, to the relationship, kids, whatever, love, spirituality, you can be also attached to the spirituality. Wherever you are pushing and pressing too much, the life will just do it like this. Hops, you don't have it, you will not have it. So find your way.
Milena, how long?
Yes.
I don't have a hand, so.
You're talking.
How long do you need to stay? Like, how long do you need to wait this to happen? Is there a certain time, or?
For me, there is, I don't know, maybe I'm not the best manifestator. Sometimes it's 10 days, sometimes it's 2 weeks, but I'm sure there are people who are better than me in this, in that manifesting things, reality, or better to say, quantum jumping realities. But because I'm Vata, I having all these things, and I have to do this, I have to do this. So I don't put too much intention. I do it for 3 days and then forget it and do something else. It's my Vata. Don't look at me.
But Milena, yes. Isn't that the best as well? Is that you don't become attached to it, that you actually just do it like you say, you don't become attached to the outcome.
Yes, my Vata maybe helps me because I'm and then attached to anything. Yes, you want to say something?
Can you guys explain me what is the meaning of intention?
Like putting a focus, mentally focus, and energetically focus, emotional focus to something.
So I'm kind of into etymology and breaking down the words. So intention means for me that we are in tension. And
yes, that's what we're talking about. Too much tension will be intention.
So we become intention, and that is what creates our orgasm, which is our releasement. And if we can hold these things and take it inside, like you're saying, it becomes arising. So taking the intention to really take it to releasement and take it inside as releasement.
Now we're talking in terms of sexuality. Yes, maybe if you take all intention, then you will have tension and realizing that it's good, I suppose.
Focus is different than intention, because intentions is things that we want to manifest for ourselves. So if we use the water and things like you're saying, we are actually trying to use the power of magic to manifest for ourselves. And
listen to me. Ishvara knows the best. If it's selfish, if it's not good for the others, Ishvara will not allow you. So it always has to be in a good. Think about if I get that job and be very happy, all the people around me will be very happy. So it will be good for everyone. But just be aware that. And there is a two ways of thinking. Of course, we don't want to hurt anyone or to have something and then while hurting the others. It's not a good thing at all. But if you think about reality in a way, everything around me is me pushed out. So what then? If I created all you can be manipulated by me because it's my reality. I'm creating this Maya and she's creating this Maya. So yes, we have our little universe and information field, and we are creating it sometimes together, sometimes never. In some other reality, we never met each other. But if we think about it, it's my reality. And it's sheer reality. I can be forced in something because she recreates me like this way. It's my will. If I'm like, when you think about the Second World War and victims, it's a soul decision of too many souls to go through the suffering and killing. So they need if someone is ill and has disease, like I was thinking about too much because I wrote this play about boy with autism who is really connected with the universe. So and he is like universe speaking. So I was thinking about those people with autism who are really universal love, and it's own. It's like universal comes down through them. It's very interesting because their souls are choosing that state of mind to teach us, because they're very well connected, and they choose us as parents, as friends, because we need those lessons. So we have a soul arrangement, and there is nothing bad in being a victim, because if I'm a victim, I need that experience in my life. So in this lifetime, in this parallel reality, I choose to be a victim. That's it. I choose short life. That's it. But soul can change if we growing and not making too much potential with intention, what we are talking about. If we are not making too much and we are going in the middle way and very aware of present, which I'm not at all the best version, being in now and just saying what I'm thinking about, then the soul can make real decision. So, okay, I will not die young, have to stay here more for teaching more, for learning more, for being for others more, to teach them love or whatever. But now we are in a fifth dimension of reality. So we have to move for faster. So we need more people to coming with us, to learn with us, to teach them, not in terms of having an argument and discussions. Who need this conversation of ours? It's for them. Who doesn't understand, it's okay. Because the one who needs us will come. Like we come to people who we need to hear something, learn something, have an experience with them. So everything comes with a reason. Everyone comes to us with a reason. It's very important to not just to me, to talk to everybody of you, because all of you have a lot of things to say. You're very smart, wise people, very loving people. So it's very good to hear every story and to put it in the universe, in the Akasha. So if there is one person who can hear this and make a change in oneself, that's good. That's a really good thing. That's how I think when I wrote my plays, because it's always about conscious awakening. In a matter of it's their kids play or for adults, it's always, but somebody watching that plays in terms of what is happening and characters, and there is a layer of consciousness awakening, but no, it's not for everyone. The one who needed that level, he or she will pick it up. The others will be just watching the play, and it's okay. So maybe it's not for it's very important maybe to talk more on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, on several topics like this. But yes, it's really easy, and you should try and then let me know if it's working.
And my experience is that when the intention goes away, when there's no more tension, then it comes. If we chase it, it will never come. It comes when we don't chase and attract instead. So if there is an intention, we have it inside and we need to do it.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Right, that. Yes.
I see also like that's why they keep saying we live in the now, because if we keep living right now without having it's good to have an intention, but it's also good to not focus on any one thing, because then we don't attach an emotion to it. So then our new quantum future or whatever will come through is not repeated because we didn't go into, like, for example, attached to the pendulum. And so then we also get to have a new future, not the repeated one, because we stayed neutral and didn't put anything out there other than just enjoying the moment of being now in nature. And I see more so that nature is the only true thing that we can actually go by. And that they say, whether it's in the Bible, whether it's with the doing our Tantra course and all of that, is that nature is the truest form for us to be not attached to, but to stay with, to know what is actually really true.
It's so beautiful when you say it. I'm melting. It's so gentle, and so your soul is so gentle, and I'm so melting whenever I hear your words. It's like beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it? Are we going to?
Anybody else?
Have you guys heard of Swadharma and Sanatana Dharma?
Swadharma, Sanatana Dharma. No, can you tell us something?
There's two different kinds of dharmas. And
dharmas like soul path. Okay, tell us.
Dharma is, Swa means to know yourself. So Swadharma is all of the things we do to realize the great work. And when we have gone through that stage of becoming a Swami, then there is a Sanatana, which means forever, which is the forever Dharma, which goes through lifetimes and aeons, which has nothing to do with our physical experience in this here and now. So that is what I'm saying with the water, because if we give this magic to people who is not ready to create, because they create out of their self and they're what they need and what they want, we actually create black magicians, and we have to fix up everything that is created from something is taken from something else. So when we do magic, we steal energy from somewhere now, which the universe had an intention for this energy to go. So it's a very fine line.
See, we cannot steal from anyone, because everyone is pushed out.
So the energy doesn't stop. It keeps constantly flowing.
Yes. And it's your creation, it's your Maya. So you cannot steal anything from me, because if you steal, there is a soul connection where I let you to steal from me. So it's okay. We made that connection for learning.
I'm not talking mentally, I'm talking quantum physics. So in terms of creation, if something is created, we take a particle from some other creation and make it in a new creation. And energy transforms like this all the time. So if we put our mind into a magical moment and create from there, we take a particle from some other flow that existence already created. Because mind starts to create now. That's all I'm saying. So if we don't know our minds, we don't know what we are creating and what we are taking away from the creation that is coming. So better to wait and see what is coming instead of creating. And just trust the love and the bliss and the existence.
Yes, that's also true in a way, a form of acceptance, but I don't think energy stops being made. I think it still keeps expanding, and they actually don't even know.
This is multiple expanding. It's expanding all the time. But when you put mind into it, you stop the creation of expanding.
Yes, when you put your mind into it, yes, you do stop it. Yes, because you focus on it.
Yes.
Yes.
So we create from our minds a creational moment, which creates an expansion.
And even
can we stop? We cannot stop. It's energy circling all the time. If we put an intention there, and we just redirect energy into a different way. It doesn't mean anything, it's stopping. It's just redirecting. But if it's not for us, we will not
Doesn't
get
help
it.
the energy. Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say
Ishvara
the
will take
same.
it. So energy
So
is
to
constantly
say
moving,
it in
never
different,
stopping. It's flow.
Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It just is. It cannot be neither created nor destroyed. It always exists in a different shapes, different forms, but it cannot be created or destroyed. It just is, and it go through form from one to another to another. Like as you said, take different direction or take different forms. For example, take water. If it is ice, it is ice. Then if it warms up, if we add heat to it, it becomes liquid. If we add more heat, it becomes steam. If we add more heat to that, it becomes even invisible. Yeah, I don't know the word. What is the word in English? But it still is there. It doesn't. It still exists. It just
And
takes
it is,
different shape and different form.
and it is every possibility. So every
Yeah.
quantum thing is all
Yeah.
of those little protons and stuff is possibilities of every single thing.
Yeah.
With
This
the
is
so
the
I
main universal law is energies. This is the basic law of the entire universe. Energies. This is the first law. Okay, sorry.
And even
so
if
if
we
Georgia.
murder somebody, if we kill somebody in this time, in this life, we should not be condemning the person that murdered. I'm not. I mean, this is a different level for some people, but I've been learning with this as well that we should not judge. Never do we judge as to why the person took somebody else's life, and that we
Yes.
can only forgive, because
Yes.
we have to walk in those people's shoes to really go back with
And it's a soul arrangement. So
yeah.
it's terrible if you think in a normal way of thinking how it's soul arrangement for a victim and a murderer. But yes, it is. They make a soul agreement for hard learning.
For that experience.
Yes. But if we're on the way of forgiving, one of the best books I ever read was Viktor Frankl. Why didn't you kill yourself until now? I think it will be the translation. He is a transaction analyst psychiatrist, and he survived Second World War. And the whole book, it is so positive book about how he survived. And he was talking about intention, about how he knows he will survive, and he was very, very tiny, and everyone from those German soldiers thought he will be the first one to go. But he survived because he has attention, he has a thought, he has an idea what to do with his life. Idea which is much greater than his life at this moment. So his soul doesn't have that agreement. His soul is sent to teach all those souls who are died in the Second World War how to make a level up with intention, how to go further, how to grow up as a soul. So we don't have to go through all those dyings. We don't have to make those kind of arrangements with killing and dying. And it's very important. He was a light worker or avatar or whatever, like all those smart people and Jesus and Buddha and Krishna, and those were all avatars. So like those writer and a lot of musicians and like a lot of people here and now are avatars. So it's very important, Rom, to talk, to speak, to open yourself to the more people, and so more people can come.
And like Michelangelo as well.
Yes, there are a lot of avatars. So
yeah, a lot of avatars came.
But if we have those kind of small knowledge, then we have to share it. We are some kind of small avatars. So not avatars, but something like star seeds. So it's very important to talk, to do something creative, to talk on that level. So maybe someone will come to, someone will wake up, someone will realize he doesn't have to go through pain to learn. because it's not necessary to go through pain. And this is the topic for Georgia, how she learned and how she go through the pain and become so very wise and so very smart person who will lead. So Georgia, tell us something. This is your part. Yes, you tell us something, please. You're wise woman and very shy this time. Please. She's very, very strong person, and her soul went through suffering, very beautiful knowledge. So she's the one to tell you, the best one.
Good, then. Yeah.
What I would like to say is that everything we do in this life is from that was from the mind, and the mind is a character and not the brains. We just have to use our brains and not our mind, because the mind is programmed thing for a character. So everything we do from the mind is that it's stored with all the information that is that you know. So what we don't know is that what we have to. So all goes natural, and because now we are collected from a collective field, that is that we have to do something, that we have to control everything, and that's the way that we got ill and everything, because we are taught that we have to control things. We have to control that, we have to go to the bathroom, or that we have to do this, we have to do that, and for achieving something, but it's all to control it.
It's so true, Georgia. Like, I have to keep reminding myself now, or when I go walking and doing stuff, I think, Cherie, you're trying to control things, you know, like just let it go. When I do, it is so nice to not even to make a plan. I'm enjoying not making a plan.
I sometimes find it, I'm so bad at controlling. I never make plans. I'm really like, I really just, that's probably my problem as well, because I'm too relaxed. I don't really have like a focus or intention to really do or go anywhere. I just like go. I somehow just flow. But I find it almost problematic sometimes as well, because it's hard to like,
yes.
yeah.
And that's what they are pushing now in the macrocosmos, the reality that most of the people are seeing, that is control, and everybody is controlled and like to be controlled, because when they don't have that anymore, they don't know what to do.
Yeah, but yeah.
So they have to detox everything that they have learned.
But it's just so funny, like when you really just flow, you just always get everything that is wanted for you. Somehow it just comes, you know, it really does. It does. But somehow it's also good to have like a plan. And when you are in this constant complete flow, you just don't really have the plan. You just become, you completely surrender somehow. And that's also, then yeah, sometimes you're just like, which way am I going though? Because, but it
yes, when your soul is in peace, then flow is just going and taking you wherever you want, whatever universe think it's the best for you. But if you are in the mood that you think you need something, your mind think you need something to plan, to have, then okay, put the intention and see. If it's for you, it will come. If it's not, won't. Or if you're too attached, the universe will take it for sure. So cares about plan, have intentions. It's not good to have a desires or intention. It's potential. It's creating the role to go on. So
Yeah.
It's good to have desires. Desires,
I just,
if
it's
they are
so
not with
funny.
attachment, there can be good.
Yeah, I was saying it's just so funny because like just it's been like this my whole life. I remember my friends would always say like, "Oh, you're so lucky." I'm just like, I'm not doing anything. I
That's
just
the
go, you
point.
know, things just happen.
Things just happen.
And
That's the
yeah,
beautiful. That
but
is the
it's,
best thing you can get from the universe.
Yeah.
When you say that somebody's telling you're so lucky, it sounds to me like when somebody say that, actually, I don't think they realize that how lucky they are as well, but they're
yeah,
not
exactly.
grateful for what they have.
They
Most
might not
often
notice it.
people receive, lucky bits and insights and shine, but they just they're not grateful for their blessings, let's say this way. They're not used to
Exactly.
that gratefulness, and I think this is what prevents them they to see the beauty of their life. And
Exactly.
once people start to be grateful for what they receive, even the small things, the things will start to change for them, their mindset will start to shift, and they'll see more and more of the bliss around them.
It's also about the control, no? It's
I
like
think
when
it's
you
about,
start wanting to control things, then you get very unhappy with what you have as well, because you
yeah.
might not have it exactly the way you want it or something like that.
Well, also with fear, you were told that you should be better, you should have more, you should be able to do more.
Exactly.
And then you aren't grateful. You don't even actually know what to be grateful is. You were not taught to be grateful. You were
Yes,
not.
because who is said you have to be better?
When the institution
We
where
said
you
in our
were,
heads, but it's ego.
yeah, the ego.
Those are lessons from our childhood. The surrender, parents and friends, and those are imprints, samskaras from the past who talk constantly in our head. Be better, have more, and then we have a marketing and the whole Western way of living. But actually, do we have to have more? I
No,
think
it's
it's
actually
enough
better
where
to
we
have
are.
less, because then you're not focusing on what you don't have anymore. Like you're actually just enjoying exactly what you have and where you
But
are.
there is a small catch there. If you live in a country which is very poor and you don't have to eat and you have to struggle for every penny or whatever, then you will not have opportunity for spiritual growth, because all your focus and energy will go to the surviving. But if you have enough, but not too much, so you have to put some effort to gain some.
But isn't
That
that
is a good place.
But
That is the
isn't that the
best
same,
place.
Helena? Like, isn't that the same? Even when we say that, those people that don't have this or don't have that, they've been born into the same thing to have that same experience, and that there will be somebody that follows another path to up level.
Of course, I'm just telling that
yeah.
this linear space-time reality with this corona thing, it's actually great because it's mind shifting. So we live in countries where we have enough, not too much, but enough, and we have opportunity to go deeper, and we are not struggling with our surviving. And then, corona, and then we are forced to come to ourselves, to think about ourselves more, to be like in a meditative state with all with yourself all alone whole day, and then see what you were wanting, what are you doing with your life, where are you running from. So it was really actually this linear time space is beautiful for growing. It's beautiful for spiritual growth. That's why corona came, because we need more and faster shifting and waking up. And then corona pass, we will see if we'll come back. We will manifest it if we need it. But people then, like, it was nothing, and then we started to run, and the time is again going faster and faster and faster. So we do we have to suffer to slow down? Do we have to have corona to feel the difference? So that is the question. Where do we have to go through suffering, like through the history, through the whole, those parallel realities? Do we have those kind of experience more, or it's enough?
I think that's where the leveling's going to come, isn't it? There's going to be some that really took on board where they needed to change, and there's still some right now that have to still go deeper, and that they didn't get it. They don't understand right now. Like they want to be like what Georgia said. There's some people that need to be told what to do, and where I'm seeing it now, we're actually been born free, and that we were not needed to be told what to do. We came here to learn to be loving to our neighbors, loving to each other, provide our own food, provide for our friends, provide. We don't need people to govern us, and we never will. And we're going there, and that's the new future. And our animals are going to be with us, and they're upgrading right now as well. So we will be traveling with our pets. We will be traveling with different modalities, that we're not having to be separated anymore. I feel.
I agree. I feel that. And there is one very hard thing to accept. Sometimes the closest member of our family will not go with us because it's not their soul choice. And it's very hard. It can be our kids, our husbands, our mothers, sisters. So yes, that's it. They're very close, but they will not come. They will not follow. The differences are too much, and you cannot force in a matter. If it's your kid, if it's your very close friend and husband and a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, sometimes you have to leave it to the Ishvara, because you cannot force the soul to grow. The soul will come. The soul choose to come. If you're a parent, the soul choose to come through you. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that it will be on the same spiritual level as you, and it doesn't mean that it will be a soulmate to the end of your lifetime. It's maybe a lesson for us to let go, even the closest person. So in this time of waking up, there's a lot of things to let go. Let go of way of living, attachments, families, very close souls, even where we're living. Maybe we have to change everything and go to the totally other space and time of living. So yes, the letting go of the closest people will be the hardest lesson for the star seeds people. I think maybe we should end it here and think about that. Contemplate for the next session. The art of letting go the closest people.
Yeah.
No, for me, that's the easiest part.
I think
Oh, great, Georgia.
Yeah, because
think also-
we are not attached and we are not a body or not a person. So I always thought, why do people always repeat happy birthday, Daddy, in heaven, and everything like that? That are all hooks and all cords that we are attached to I don't know how many energies we put in. That is
Yeah, George, I found too now with what we've just gone
Yes,
through.
too much.
I've actually learned now that I've let a lot of things go, a lot of people go, and I don't chase after anybody anymore, and I don't make an effort anymore. It's sort of like, it's very freeing. Whereas before I tried to like visit people and visit friends and keep things up, and now it's sort of like, I actually am very loving this group that we're with, and loving being with the people that I'm, like it's a whole new world. It's online, but I get so much more out of it than worrying about what this friend hasn't contacted me and that friend, and if my family goes another way, then I love them unconditionally. That is
Yes.
like okay, it's their thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's unconditional love to let someone go. When you don't let someone be itself and let it go, then it's not unconditional love, then it's control. That you
Yes, but we have to be really very awakened for that
yes, true.
way of thinking. So letting go. Do not be attached to the closest person you have around yourself. It's a very hard lesson, and you have to be very leveled up for that letting go. But yes, it will be the best version. Sometimes I think we have that virtual reality for connecting the more closer souls. So it's like reality, because we are very, very connected to some people and never have an opinion to meet them in life, but there's so good vibrations between those souls and they're too far away. So it's kind of a new age technology way of living, way of connecting. And sometimes the people around you are not so understandable, like the group we have here or so. That parallel viral reality is something which will start to live a very, very vivid, like the 3D reality we have here.
Hologram, anyway.
Like, yes, it will be a hologram. So it is a question, then questioning myself all the time. Is it really is it really that shift? Do I have to make it like, live it in the unreal world, like in a hologram? Because almost everything you have there, or leave it and go back and, well, I don't know, go in the nature, grab the tree and be happy.
Go in the nature is the
Grab
best.
a tree and run away from all those
Exactly.
mobiles and computers. But I think that one, the last one, will be the best for me. Go in the nature, grab a tree and stay there.
Yeah.
Come with me. I'm doing such a 2 weekends in August, in Bulgaria. But one will be in Bulgarian language, the other will be in English. I'll go in the nature and grab a tree.
Yes, I will come for sure next time to
you'll
grab a
be
tree
in
with you.
India. You'll be in India this year, yeah?
Yes, this year I will be the whole August in India.
Yeah. Okay.
Exploring, traveling.
Should we end it here? I had something to say in contradiction to you, but better we to end it here.
It will last. The next session we can start with that contradiction.
Yeah,
and then have interesting.
I'll just say it so that we remember it. Otherwise, I'll forget.
Come on.
You know
better
what
write
you
it
said?
down, R.A.D.K.A.
Yeah, you said about the poor countries, yeah, that in the poor country people strive for more because they don't have it. But if we think a little bit, Milena, I don't know if you have been to poor countries, really poor countries, like in Africa and mainly in Africa. But people there are happy. They are very happy.
Remember what I said also.
Yeah.
We can have a very enlightened man who is working on the field and doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
So to be in a state of now is being happy, is being enlightened, is being not mind fluctuating. I want this, I want that. No, do not go in past, do not go in the future. So it can happen.
Yes,
but the most of the people have that mind fluctuations about struggling for more or for surviving. So it will be harder to wake up. It doesn't mean that there are no persons who are very poor and we can go to them. I mean, the greatest yogis were in the caves, so doesn't have anything on themselves. So yes, enlightened people can live anywhere, and it doesn't mean they have to eat either. They will just be satisfied with, I don't know, one fruit in a day or something like that. But yet, for common people, for most of the people, surviving can make it harder because the whole energy will be thrown by surviving the day.
I liked the book The Alchemist. That was a really,
Yes.
yeah, Malay, that was
Yes.
that made that was a nice journey to go reading through that.
Yes.
I
Beautiful.
just wanted to say that it doesn't matter if the country is poor or no, it comes to the consciousness of the culture and the cultural upbringing. There are cultures which are brought not to want more, even if you won't say it. They're just brought to be happy the way that they are. Doesn't matter, what they have, how much they have of it. There are cultures where they're brought purposefully. They want more and more and more and more, and this is where the separation actually is created. But
Yes.
but one needs to actually avoid all of that and grow so much in mind and in consciousness that to understand that exactly this separation is created when you want more, you desire more, and you are never enough, or it is never good enough or never enough, because this is where it comes, the self-doubt, the pride,
Desire
and
creates more
everything.
desires.
Yes, something
And
like that.
I think we're going back now. I think we're going backwards now, like they say with the circle, that
Yeah.
we will be having less, but we're going to be like Georgia and Milena and doing these energy works, and we're going to be doing like with the drums, like Lucia and all of us going back to working
And
with energy.
it will be always simple.
Exactly. And it will be simple, it will be nutritional, it will be that we're actually working the old times of like the Vikings or things with vibrations and sitting by fires at nighttime and being a community again. We won't be wanting all this stuff. We've done it.
Oh, I like when she talks. She's adorable. So it's so beautiful. Thank you, Shiri. I'm so melting. You start to talk and it's like the best book I ever heard. Beautiful. Thank you, people. I have to go now.
Okay.
I'm happy I have you here.
I have to go as well. Thank you for that
Thank you so
amazing
much.
lecture. We'll see you again soon, yeah?
Yeah.
So much fun.
Thank you. Bye. Namaste, everyone.
Bye, Georgia. Bye, Lucia, Milena, R.A.D.K.A.
Bye bye.
Bye.